Hey there, new and returning friends. Today we have an amazing update that we want to give a little preview for in Megopoly. Our latest feature, Advisors, are nearing launch, and to celebrate, we want to give you a sneak peek at what some of them do, who they are, and how they're going to be coming to the game. Let's take a look at this exclusive first preview of Advisors in Megopoly. Alright, so first up, what's an advisor? Advisors are kind of like little NPC characters that players will assign to a city to grant bonuses for that city. For example, if I assign Nurse Lee, one of the upcoming advisors, to Tomorrowtown, only Tomorrowtown will receive a boost to hospital income. Each advisor is a little bit different. Many grant passive bonuses to specific property types, while others have more unique abilities such as upgrading dice, granting bonuses to earned XP, and even changing certain spaces on the board to different spaces. So now that we have a pretty good idea of what advisors are, let's take a closer look at some of the specific advisors coming to the game and see what they do. Fair warning, we are still in the testing phase of several of these features, so what is on the screen might not be 100% accurate on release. Some information is not quite fully filled out, but don't worry, it'll only look better once the update is live. The best advisor coming to the game is Fluffy. This little guy right here, he's Fluffy the Cheetah. He's got a fun tracksuit and a whistle, along with some sweet shades on. And Fluffy is our first uncommon advisor. You can tell he's uncommon because he's got the blue background and he has 2 stars for his rarity. There are 5 rarities in total. There's going to be common, which is 1 star, uncommon 2, rare is 3, ultra rare is 4, and legendary is 5 stars. But right now, we just have Fluffy at the highest level of uncommon in the game. So what does Fluffy do? Assigning Fluffy to a city upgrades some dice to double dice and lowers your dice refresh cooldown. That's just kind of a basic explanation of what he does. In actuality, he'll take one of your dice, which is this little his ability icon here, and turn one into a double dice. What is a double dice? I think old players of the game might remember, but they're going to be 2 dice kind of stacked on top of each other. Both dice can be random. You can get 2 6s, you can get snake eyes. It is really random every time you roll. Actually, let's refresh it, see what we get. Boom, 2 5s. It's pretty good. And that'll just help you get across the board faster and get to spaces you need to hit. Actually, really, really good for dailies. If you're getting your daily drops, it is a great way to travel really fast. His next ability is the second one here. These spots aren't just for show, they help reduce the dice refresh cooldowns. So when I refreshed the dice pool tray here, there's a little pop-up that says how long you gotta wait until you earn a new refresh, and Fluffy reduces the total time you have to wait for that cooldown to recharge. Back into the advisors, back into Fluffy. And down here, it is vacation duration. Vacation duration is basically if I were to assign Fluffy from Tomorrowtown to Bayside, there is a bit of a cooldown before you can just pop him in. This one has been leveled up a little bit. Starting at level 1 is how they come. Max level is 10 for Fluffy. And as you level them up, their vacation, their bonuses, and eventually even the number of double dice you get will be boosted. So higher levels are much better. And down here at the bottom is this Activatable Ability. This ability refreshes your dice tray whenever you click it. You can only do it once every 18 hours, however, so you gotta make sure you can use it when you really need it. And as you level them up, again, this ability will decrease in time. Let's upgrade Fluffy. Secretly behind the scenes, we upgraded him from level 5 to level 6, so let's take him from 6 to 7. His dice refresh cooldown is currently at 17 seconds. Let's boost it to plus 19. And then the amount of time you have to wait before you can assign him to another city when he goes on vacation goes from 3 hours and 30 minutes down to just 3 hours. However, the amount of resources you need to upgrade him goes up with every level. So currently you need 10 subway tokens. Thankfully I have a lot. And 110,000 credits. Also have a lot. So we'll go ahead and upgrade him. A fun little animation, little pop-ups come up. And he's now level 7. You can also see his activatable went from 16 hours down to 15 hours. So you can almost use this twice a day if you need the extra dice refreshes. Now, Fluffy isn't the only advisor we have. We also have Nurse Lee, Big Jim, Marge, and Krista. So let's start with Nurse Lee. As you can see, he is a common. He's got the green border and also the green logo up here at the top. And he only has 1 star on his card. In fact, all these advisors down here just have 1 star and they're all green, so they're all common. Signing Nurse Lee to a city boosts your hospital income, generating credits faster. Pretty basic. He's got a 2-hour vacation cooldown. As we upgrade him, you can see it'll go from 5% up to 7%. And then his vacation goes from 2 hours down to 1 hour 30. So let's level him up. Fun little animation. And we're going to fast forward and bring them all the way to level 5. Now that Nursely is at level 5, he is getting plus 15% to his hospital income generation. So it means if you have Nursely equipped and no other advisor that grants bonuses, your hospitals will be generating income faster and faster than any other type of property. So you notice these little bounds and bundles over tops of buildings. Hospitals will have them faster than, say, hotels or residential places. Back into advisors and take a look at Big Jim. I believe he's next up. Or Marge. Nope, Big Jim. We'll do Big Jim. So modern manufacturing techniques help you generate income faster from your factories. Very straightforward. All these advisors are going to be doing basically the same thing, just to different properties. So modern manufacturing techniques help generate income quicker from your factories. Marge, assigning Marge to a city boosts your restaurant income, generating credits faster. And nothing like a good slice of cherry pie and a great cup of joe to get those restaurant shares earning quicker. And finally, Krista. Assigning Krista to a city boosts your coffee income, generating credits faster. And you know what time it is? It's pumpkin spice season already. Income from your coffee shares generate faster. And that's all of our advisors coming in a first update. Fluffy being the big one at uncommon and 2 stars, and offering the unique activatable ability. He's going to be the one players are going to want to get to keep playing longer and faster and to earn more from their properties. But that's not the only thing we got coming to the game. Let's pop over to items, and as you can see, we have our classic cards and our building permits here, but we also have a lot more advisor permits coming down the road. And again, some of these are not quite filled out. This is still our testing site, or testing version of the game. But let's go down to one that is filled out, like company uniforms. As you can see, resources for advisors are ranked in rarity in the same way that advisors are. So you're going to have 1 star for common resources, 2 stars for uncommon, 3 stars for rare, 4 for ultra rare, and 5 stars for legendary. They also all come color coded, the same colors that advisors are. So they're going to be green, blue, purple, orange, and gold. In company uniforms, there's a little flavor text down here. It says, looking like a team is a first step towards being a team. Use this common resource for upgrading your advisors. When advisors launch, we're only going to have 3 resources. It's going to be the company uniform, comfy shoes, and subway tokens. And then I believe subway tokens are only going to be used for Fluffy since he is an uncommon, and they're an uncommon resource. Some advisors will require common, some will require rare and higher. To get to higher levels, it just kind of depends on where you're at in your leveling journey. In the city, fastest way to get around is underground. Use this resource upgrading your advisors. They all have cute little slogans and stuff. You can tell a lot about a person by their shoes, and these shoes aren't for quitters. Use this resource to upgrade your advisors. Pretty standard, pretty straightforward, and really fun. Oh, we also have to-do list. So many things to get done, and you can't go wrong with an organized list. The other item we're adding to the game are speed-ups. There are going to be different types of speed-ups eventually, but right now we just have advisor speed-ups. Advisor speed-ups decrease the amount of time you have to wait for advisors to do different things. So this advisor speed-up reduces the amount of time you need to wait for your advisors' cooldowns to take effect. So this one's 1 minute, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 6 hours, and 12 hours. As you can see, they're also color-coded and star ranking depending on rarity, so they're easy to know which ones are the best. Advisor resources, speed-ups, and the advisors themselves are all coming to Megopoly very, very soon, so keep an eye out on our social channels. That's Facebook, Twitter, YouTube here, which you already are at, and the newly created TikTok account, where hopefully we'll be sharing funny videos and funny memes, or if they're not funny, at least, get a chuckle out of you, onto all of our social accounts. We're actually doing a 25 days of Megopoly in honor of Christmas, so make sure you stop on then. There'll be some cool art you can see, some fun memes, and whole other bits of nonsense to follow. In the meantime, we will see you guys in the cities and enjoy Megopoly.